over the weekend, we all saw the reports. 20-year-old guy tried to jump over, and, he had a shotgun in his hand. In no time, he was eliminated. Rob, if you want to play this clip.
At 1:30 this morning, the security detail detected that a individual had made his way into the inner perimeter of Mar-a-Lago. A deputy and 2 Secret Service agents on the detail went to that area to investigate. They confronted a white male that was carrying a gas can and a shotgun. He was ordered to drop those 2 pieces of equipment that he had with him, at which time he put down the gas can, raised the shotgun to a shooting position. At that point in time, the deputy and the 2 Secret Service agents fired their weapons and neutralized the threat. He is deceased at the scene. I'll give you a picture of the shotgun and the gas can to have with you. So that's what we know now. Investigation continues. The FBI is the lead investigation agency on this case, and we will be assisting them in whatever manner they would like. And they will be responsible for answering any other questions at an appropriate time.
Okay, so that's that. Now, the gunman shot at Mar-a-Lago was obsessed with Epstein cover-up, came from family of avid Trump supporters. The man who entered Trump's, again, this is the Daily Mail story. The man who entered the Trump Mar-a-Lago with a shotgun and a gas canister comes from a family of supporters. Austin Tucker Martin, 21 years old, was shot and killed on Sunday morning after entering Mar-a-Lago. Brandon Fields, Martin's cousin, reacted with disbelief, called Martin quiet and saying his family was almost entirely in favor. We are big Trump supporters, all of us, everybody, Fields said. But his cousin was real quiet, never really talked about anything. Martin himself was also allegedly a supporter. However, a text message uncovered by the outlet showed that Martin may have been influenced by the Department of Justice release of the files related to dead pedophile Jeffrey Epstein on February 15, just a week before he was killed by law enforcement. He texted a coworker at Pine Needles Lodge in North Carolina and about the files. I don't know if you read up on the Epstein files, but evil is real and unmistakable, Martin said. Vinny.
I mean, tragedy, but how, ignorance in the same breath. First of all, the president's not even there. It looks like a suicide mission to me. You're showing up to Mar-a-Lago. You know it's heavily guarded with a gas canister and a shotgun. And depending on what kind of ammunition's in the shotgun, if it's buckshot, you're not doing anything but pissing off the person that you're shooting at. If it's a slug, you have to have a really, really good aim. So I don't know where the mindset of something like that was, but for the whole family to be Trump supporters and then to have something like that, what's the end goal? What's the mission? And who's talking to him? I don't think it's just on the internet and he's just looking on X to find that. In his brain, what is going to kill? What was his objective? Go and do what? The president's at the White House. To go there and do what? I think it's, and again, people, online listening to what they're listening to get swayed a certain way. But to me, in all honesty, I'm asking you, Pat, what is he doing with a gas canister and a shotgun? You know you're going to get confronted. The one thing that bothered me is that he got into the inner perimeter, which even though the president's not there, there's no reason anybody should be getting that close. What do you think the objective was? What is he trying to do? With one shotgun, no massive ammunition, no backpacks, shotgun, gas canister. What is he doing?
You think he knows the president's not there?
I'm almost positive he knows the president's
So what do you
not there.
think he's doing?
I don't know. Maybe it's a suicide. Just like that guy that I don't know if it was an airman or army guy that went in front of the White House or something, put gasoline all over himself and killed himself in protest of what was happening in Gaza. It's are you trying to do a suicide mission to bring awareness? There's so many other ways to bring awareness than going there and you're going to get killed. When you pick up your gun and aim it at a law enforcement officer, you know what's happening. He's not going to kill. You're going to kill 5 of them? No. I think he knows what's going to be happening. So what's the goal?
I want to hear more about the mental condition and what happened. Mainstream media is going to say, "Oh, see, completely disappointed, disillusioned with Trump to the point of, going to engage it like that." But your questions, Pat, are the right questions. Those are the questions at the center. If you know Trump's not there, then the only people you're going to encounter is the second-level security that is securing dwelling because there are no active targets on, and I hate to say that, but they call them active assets or active targets
Mm-hmm.
because they know people are targets. And so, Pat, if he goes there, he knows it's going to be second-level security, and this is what he's going to encounter. And first of all, I thank you for the sheriff that sat there and gave a very transparent and complete report. That is what strong law enforcement reporting for the media and the public sounds like. I'll give you a picture of it so you have it, and I'll do this. But he says he then raised the gun at us. What does he think is going to happen? At that moment, that's a suicide.
Yep.
Adam.
Well, it only takes one psycho to change the world. I mean, we saw what happened with Charlie Kirk. We've seen what happens when Trump almost got killed, shot. We've seen what happens with school shooters. You're only as strong as your weakest link. Here's this kid that's clearly mentally ill. He drives from North Carolina. Whether he thought the president that was there or not is almost irrelevant. He went out of his way to kill himself. So, by the way, how many times have we been to Mar-a-Lago in the last few years? We're lucky enough, and I'm grateful enough to have been to Mar-a-Lago, I don't know, dozen times. We've done our events there. Dude, you're not getting past security at Mar-a-Lago.
At all.
Much less if we're going to go to the White House or anything. Like, you're not getting there. I mean, Butler, PA, that's a whole nother story. Okay, but this kid thinks he's going to show up and do what? So I'm so grateful that we've become, tight with the Trump administration. They invite us there. We've done our events there. I know we're doing another event in Miami sometime soon. Dude, you're showing up and you think that you're going to do what? So to me, this kid is irrelevant. He's an embodiment of what's going on, that these weirdo kids, next thing you know, he's going to find out he's a trans shooter. God forbid we bring that up. That they think that they're going to take vigilante justice into their own hands and change the world. Whether it's school shooter, whether it's Charlie Kirk, whether it's any of these characters, hopefully they're killed before it even becomes an issue. Because the fact that he got how close?
Inner perimeter.
Inner perimeter, whatever the hell that means.
That's very close.
That's
by the house.
So thank God everything's okay. Thank God everybody's okay. But it only takes one idiot to change the course of history, which we almost learned.
It is very weird. For the last 7 or 8 days, we've been at the Magic Show in Las Vegas, and we're currently at Italy at the Micum Show, the Milan Show, the show that everybody shows up, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hermes, everybody. And you know who was there this year? Future Looks Bright shoes. There. We sent Pete, Leo, and Michele. Went over there, having a great time. Go ahead and give them an update on what's going on with these FLB shoes in Vegas at the Magic Show, as well as Micum. Go ahead, Rob. Okay, by the way, you know what I'm wearing today?
Clean.
Again, let me say this to you guys. I'm wearing my brown ones, okay? Future Looks Bright. Vinny's wearing his black ones, okay? From September 9th, when I tell you from September 9th till today, I've only worn these shoes except for 5 days. That's all I wear. 5 days, okay? And I love them. They're so comfortable. Every day, this is all I wear. For some of you guys that are asking questions about shoes, we haven't done a CTA for a couple of weeks because it sells out every time we do them, okay? So if you haven't picked one up for yourself yet, go to the site, take a look at the shoe, compared with all the other shoes, the Berlutis, the Ferragamos, the Xenias, the Guccis. If you want a shoe that has the same, foam, the foam technology in the bottom, like the On Cloud or the Hokas, and then the look of a Xenia with the leather, genuine leather from Tuscany, Italy, and you want to combine the two together for a reasonable price while you can sit in a boardroom and put up your shoe on your knee and it says Future Looks Bright and get the deal done. If you're that kind of a person, go to vtmerch.com, place your order. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.